A former American Township fire lieutenant faces theft charges after allegedly taking funds from the fire company's union. If you want to see more about the crime statistics for Cincinnati highlighted in this report, visit cityrating.com. People are passionate about their pets, and anytime we do a piece about animals, the stories bring about a high level of emotion. Technically, it's not exactly a full-fledged casino, but it is kind of like one. The price of U.S. crude oil is the cheapest it's been all year, topping $108 a barrel a few months ago. Let me tell you, the atmosphere out here tonight is one of courage, hope, and survival. Now, in just a few moments, the Relay for Life, as you hear that noise behind me, it is just now getting started, a weekend full of activity starting right now. All of these people that you see who will soon be coming up here, they've all raised money for cancer research. Now that money is going to go toward assisting patients with free programs. All right, now hopefully, Kyle, you can make this weather carry over into the fall, because guess what? The American Cancer Society is doing it again with your hometown Lima stations and UNOH. We're having the first ever breast cancer awareness walk in Lima. There's still plenty of time to raise money, get a team, do everything you need to do to be a part of that walk. Come out and join us. Kyle, it is Senior Olympic time and summer activities going on. How about bocce ball? Are you much of a contender?
Bocce ball on any sand. I like playing bocce ball on the sand. If you're on the beach or wherever, it's fun.
Well, you got me beat. I am not much of a competitor. But Jeff Gunner found some senior Olympians who are really good at bocce ball, and he's going to show us how Mother Nature played more of a role than Father Time when it came to finding that great competition. There are two Sanitarians in the family. Did I say that right?
Pretty close.
Okay, well, I tried. And a few other family members ready to break into the three-digit club. We are joining Kyle Adams in the Forecast Center now. Kyle has a great picture. The Incredible Hulk took over the sun. Kyle, Jason, are you aware of the history that was made this weekend in Columbus?
No.
I am. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
No. Kyle is aware. You are aware too. Our own Jeff Fitzgerald, 28 years in the business, inducted into the Ohio Associated Press Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jeff. That is quite an accomplishment.
Well, thank you.
A common practice among Ohio drivers is now illegal. Good evening. Ohio has become the 39th state to ban texting while driving. Governor John Kasich says Ohio is looking after their young drivers with this new law. Local drivers and parents voiced their opinions on the bill. Some even admitted that they are guilty of driving while distracted. Brandon Ferguson has our story. The woman accused of participating in a Mendon area home invasion says she's not guilty. 32-year-old Patricia Abrams entered the plea during an arraignment earlier this week. She is charged with aggravated burglary, aggravated robbery, theft, and complicity to commit theft. Abrams is one of 3 people accused by the Mercer County Sheriff's Department of attempting to bind Kathy Fair and her elderly father, William Fair, with duct tape and then taking money. The 2 others, Joshua Morio and Michael Davis, are also suspects. Abrams remains at the Mercer County Jail. Her first pre-trial is scheduled for June 13th. Well, here it is, the first day of June, and we have really cooled off.
It feels like March.
Thank you, Kyle. The city of Lima had a nearly non-existent capital budget for almost a decade, but Finance Director Steve Cleave says the time is right to address some big-ticket needs. The Allen County Board of Elections had to abruptly close its doors today after a foul odor took over election headquarters, which is housed in the Court of Appeals building basement. Director Ken Terry says when employees arrived at work, there was a strong odor all through their work area. Terry says he called county maintenance and notified all the other departments in the building. He says the odor was so strong that employees became nauseous and had a burning sensation in their throats. Terry said it turned out it was a sewer gas leak. They evacuated their offices because there was no way to ventilate the area. The smell will hopefully fade away in the coming days, but there is concern because a presidential election is looming. This is not the first time the Board of Elections has had issues. It was late 2005 when Your News Now was informed mold had invaded the basement. It was removed and there were some preliminary talk of moving, but that never materialized. Terry says it's too early to tell if this will prompt a meeting with the commissioners on restarting talks about that possible move. He admits the basement setup is not conducive to handling elections. It's not good for the general public or handling all the equipment that they have.
Coming up on Your News Now at 6, an Ohio Supreme Court justice up for re-election makes his way through Lima today.
And the Substance Abuse Treatment Center in Lima, known as A-Stop, will be closing its doors. The details are next. I am joined here now live by cancer survivor Tam McNett. Tam, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
You're welcome.
Now, let's say you are a survivor, as we just said. Now, tell me, if you can, how it feels to be part of such an event honoring your battle with the disease.
It's a great feeling. You just can't describe it. As a survivor, you travel through some difficult journeys, you know, and to be able to share with other survivors is great.
And for those at home watching this, and even ones that are here who are battling the disease, do you have any advice for them to keep them motivated to keep fighting the disease?
You've got to stay positive through your whole treatment, no matter how tough it gets or you don't feel like you're doing any good. It is working. So you just have to stay positive. A positive attitude will get you a world away. When I first started 4 years ago on treatment, I never thought I would make it this far or be co-chair of the event this year, and it's just really rewarding.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Tam. We really appreciate it.